Hello, from this title, you're probably wondering, what the hell does that even mean? What is this guy about to say? And obviously, the title is not literal. It's not literally in a battle. But it's mostly on the revelation recently that I have avoidant personality disorder. And it's a really big step for me, just because a little bit of backstory. So I think I've always been quite shy, kind of little outcast, but not super antisocial when I was younger, like middle school, stuff like that. Even before that, I feel like I was just more shy in general, but I mean, you get more or less shy as you get older. But mostly in high school, that's kind of when things start to get a little real for you, right? So I was placed in a lot of situations where I just thought, I don't even know what was wrong with me, but just this revelation has made me kind of rethink some other things. So, for example, there was this girl that I was talking to, maybe my junior year. I'm in college now. I'm a few years into college now, but I remember she was basically everything I wanted in a girl, and you know, like I, I don't know what it was, but we started getting a little bit more intimate, and maybe it was too fast. And it's not like we didn't do anything too crazy. Like it was just a few kisses, but then I got this really like hollow feeling, like I would never shake that feeling. And I made up an excuse while she was on my bed, and I was like, "Oh, my mom told me I need to go pick her up. Like it's an emergency, right?" I don't know how smooth that transition is going to be. My phone turned off. I didn't know what that was because I'm not recording while I'm playing Clash Royale. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. I've never played Chaos, but I just remember like I was like, why did I do that? Why did I push her away? It didn't make sense to me. Like I was just like, oh, maybe we didn't click, or like subconsciously, like that gut feeling, or that's kind of what I blamed it on. But I remember that night she texted me and she's like, just let me love you, or something like that. And I thought it was kind of cheesy, but at the same time, I went into a whole entire breakdown, uh, lying on my kitchen floor, just like crying, dry heaving, like panic attack. Like I literally could not control my breath. I was all alone in my house. And that was probably the worst I've ever felt emotionally in my entire life, or at least that I can think of. And then another flashback, I was dating a girl freshman year, and just kind of started building a little bit of resentment, but also, I mean, it was freshman year. We're also still young. She made a lot of stupid decisions. I made a lot of really stupid decisions. I don't know if I would want it back or not. I think we were just too young. You can't really think of it like that, actually. But yeah, after that relationship, I took a while. And this girl, the junior year, like I was talking about, was the first time I talked to a girl romantically, I think, since the breakup. So it had been several years. And then so after that experience, I was kind of like shell shocked. I did not want to talk to girls, and I'm already a shy guy in general, pretty insecure. Um, just not super. I wouldn't even say like insecure. I'm just very not confident. Um, and then so after this junior girl situation, I start to talk to another girl about a year and a half, maybe a little bit longer than that. And, she's really cute. She's like insanely attractive to me. And, like she's baking me cookies because we met around the time of my birthday. We met at a New Year's party, and my birthday's in early January. So that was going really well. And then I realized I wasn't super excited to see her, but that's kind of just like, I think that's me pulling away, because what this disorder does is in a gist, your body subconsciously does not think you are worthy of love. And so when I tell people about this, like my closer friends, I feel like they want to try to relate a little bit, but it's insanely hard to describe what I feel and how my mannerisms work if you don't have it. It's like there's like two halves of me almost. And so I ended up pushing her away as well. I made a big excuse. Well, it wasn't really an excuse. We would have like a daily FaceTime call, just I remember we talked about like Regular Show a lot and like Adventure Time, like those kind of TV shows. And so I went into this one call because, like I said, this was a normal thing. We would go to bed on the phone. And I remember just going into that call and I would just wanted to be like, be the biggest jackass, be the biggest, most unattractive man you can be so she leaves and I don't have to break it off. And at the same time, like I didn't cry or anything over this, but I was pretty upset about it. And what happens with me, another thing that makes me feel like an asshole is that once I take these people out of my life, I feel like I want them more afterwards. And so I started going to, this whole revelation came from therapy. So I got to go through the steps of that because I know I need to fix, and I feel like more than most people, I understand my issues. It's just how to go about solving them. And this was one issue that I just never knew. For the longest time, I thought I was asexual. I thought, love just wasn't in the cards. I thought I was just super picky. But, I mean, maybe it's a little bit of all of those, but I don't think it's any of that. It's literally just this stupid thing. And due to my upbringing, it could be two places. I had parents who were users. I've never met my father, and my mother was just not in a good space. So she gave over custody to my grandparents, but my grandparents had a really bad marriage too. But I don't really remember that many things when I was younger. I know a handful of incidents, and I know that I wasn't in the best place at all times, but these kind of things foster up when you're neglected. And I mean, I feel like I wasn't neglected at my grandparents' house, but maybe with my mother, just because she just had so much on her plate. Maybe she wasn't there. Maybe I was under the care of people I didn't know, her friends or whatever they might be. But it's just this whole situation has just been really rough. At the moment, my whole friend group has girlfriends, and I know I saw a TikTok where it was like those people who make having a relationship their whole like personality. And yeah, I do want a relationship, but not super, super bad. But it's not just the relationship aspect of this issue. It's I can't really talk to new people because I think I'm just like worried or ashamed that I might say something wrong or offend them. And I see a social situation, and it's kind of ironic because I throw a lot of house parties, and I kind of find my own clique, or I sit up in my room and take multiple breaks. I can talk my talk to people on text and stuff, but when it comes to seeing them in person, I will not even glance at them. I won't talk to them. And it's about being avoidant, being super, not confident at all. So I'm trying to figure out how to move it, but you can imagine where you have all these wants and desires. The battle is the wants and the desires, but the enemy in this case being this disorder is just not letting you have that. And so I was trying to fix a problem for the last 4 years of my life. But I didn't know how to go about it. I really tried so many different things. So it's honestly really refreshing to see, that there is a small percentage of people that go through it. And with the right steps, I'm hoping I can fix it. But it definitely took a toll on my mental because it's just like avoiding human interactions, and I could have made so many friends, and I could have talked to so many girls, and you know what I mean? Like, I kind of look back on my high school days, and I wish I knew this sooner so I could have taken the steps to be more of myself. Because I remember a certain time, I think junior year as well, where I did plays in front of people in literature class, or I did karaoke in Mexico, and I look at myself there and I'm like, that's the person I want to be. I want to be outgoing, but I just can't. But yeah, hopefully we'll go through these steps to get better. It's just, this isn't even about just the disorder. Just know that a lot of the issues that you may have as an individual, not to diminish your feelings, but people do have the same issues. Everyone goes about it differently. But, you should really try to reach out and better yourself. Because when I was researching these topics, whether that's Reddit, YouTube, I saw people who were like, yeah, just recently got diagnosed with this. I've had it forever, but I finally got like a psychology done, and I'm 64, and I feel like, I've wasted a lot of my life not being social, but I didn't know why. I thought I was just a really shy person, but it's much more deeper than that. Like I said, it's really hard to describe how I feel and what this is and how this works if you don't have it. Like it's not even just antisocial or anxious or social anxiety, because I don't go to social events just like, oh my god, am I gonna have to talk to someone, like, oh, I hope I don't see this person. That's not how I go into events. But it's just like I almost like zone out when I'm supposed to be talking to someone, or I will find myself wandering, and I'll get in like a group discussion and I realize, I don't want to be here. I don't feel comfortable with this, and so I need to walk away. But that's not how I want to be. I know there's a kid in me and there's a person in me who loves to be social and loves to talk to people and smiles and laughs. And everyone says I'm one of the funniest people they've ever met. And so it's kind of just the idea that, how do I word this? I want people to know the real me, because I know they would love me, and I would love if they loved me as well. But I'm just not to that point yet. But hopefully we can get to that point. I haven't posted in a while. I kind of want to talk for the rest of this Clash Royale game. I'm pretty sure I got completely shit on this game, but yeah, that'll do it for this video.